Hello everyone, it's Simon here with a review of Nickelodeon Kart Racers. You know I love me a kart racing game and I love me a driving game in general, so I picked this one up last week on the Totally Digital sale on PlayStation. It came out at the end of 2018 and is also available on Switch, PC and Xbox One. This game is relatively low budget, I'd say, for a kart racing game, and it does some stuff really well, while some of the other stuff kind of you can feel that it's almost cooker-cutty and they've got like a kart racing game in its shell, and then they kind of apply the license on top and hope for the best. I'm going to start off with the positives though. Firstly, 1 to 4 player local multiplayer. Yay! Love a game that can do 4 player split screen. So underutilised this generation. Loving that. The other good thing is around the racetracks themselves. The 24 in total, but they kind of change up as you go through. So like some shortcuts will open up and close, and it will completely change the direction of where that lap goes, so that sometimes like lap 2 of 3 is only half of the lap, so you have to kind of keep on your toes for that. The other thing that I really liked about it is its kind of gimmick for this version of a Nickelodeon Kart Racer game, and it's to do with slime filling up tracks. Although you can get a boost by doing drifts around a corner like every other kart racer that's pretty much out there, with here you've got power-ups that are slime tanks, and they'll basically dump slime onto the track, and slime works almost like a power-up booster, and you can have up to 3 sections of this power-up booster going, the more slime that you drive over. And then you'll hit triangle and it will give you a much powerful and longer boost than what you get with those drifts as you go around the corner. So you start to actively look out for all of these slime power-ups so that you can basically coat more of the circuit with slime so that you can get more power up and try and get faster and catch back up again, because the AI aren't necessarily always driving the optimal line to pick up all the slime, and that's where you can get the advantage. That being said, where Nickelodeon Kart really does kind of come into its own is where you've got the kart sections that then turn into almost like a powerboat section, and those powerboat sections, instead of it being water, it's all slime. So throughout that power up gauge is constantly going on, so it's like you're hitting like auto nitro when you're hitting triangle all the time, because you're just bombing it down the tracks. And when you've got that combined with some cheeky power-ups, some relatively serviceable AI, although there is some heavy rubber banding going on, there are moments where Nickelodeon Kart Racers really does hit a top tier echelon of, oh, this is a really good fun kart racing game, particularly if you're able to play with other people locally alongside you. That being said, there are some sections of the game that don't kind of fare nearly as well. You can do team battles, but sadly the latest Sonic game, Sonic Team Racing, does that much better. There is also an arena mode, but it kind of feels tacked on and a bit clunky and awkward. There's also only 12 characters to choose from, and 4 of those are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's 2 from Rugrats, the 2 from SpongeBob. It just feels like it's totally underutilised all of those amazing IPs that Nickelodeon has access to, and so it kind of feels like they've gone, you can only have 12 races, you can only have X amount of tracks, and they've kind of lopped the license on top of what was already like predetermined kart racing experiences. And that's kind of where it draws back, is that there's no particular soul to anything that's going on. The physics of the game is utterly middle of the road. All of the characters handle nigh on identically. You can buy customisable parts and some different customisable colour schemes, but it just means that everything then handles exactly the same unless you want to really tweak something and go for a specific setup that you have in mind. It's serviceable. I have to say that after a couple of hours of playing Nickelodeon Kart Racers, I went back to Sonic Team Racing because I found that was not only visually more explosive, but it just felt like there was more going on, less babyish. I know it's a silly thing to say with these types of licenses, because Nickelodeon should be babyish, but there's a sense of speed and urgency that I get from some really good kart racing games, and that's something that is lacking with Nickelodeon Kart Racers, and it's only on the harder difficulty, where you're driving slightly faster and the AI are more cheeky, that it all kind of meshes together and you go, oh, actually there's quite a decent game hidden in there somewhere. So if I was to say it's a tentative deep sale recommendation for Nickelodeon Kart Racers, that's probably about right. However, Sonic Team Racing would be my go-to at the moment, and we all know next month, or this month, depending on when in the week this video goes out, we've got Crash Team Racing Nitro coming. This game reminds me heavily of like the DreamWorks kart games on PlayStation 3. Feels nigh on identical. I feel like I've played this game several times before and it's just a different license over the top. And I think that's the weakest point that I've got for this game. So if you've played those games before, you've probably already played this. And I'd advise skipping it and waiting for either grabbing Sonic Team Racing or waiting for the Crash Nitro Racing coming in June. So I hope that's alright. You guys take care. Happy racing!
This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.